Okay, we're gonna try and get this in here. Basically, there is an issue I have with the setting, just the very premise I have here with the Picard show, and what the heck actually is the lay of the land here? Because basically the thing is you have Picard supposedly. Well, it's good. Here's the prime timeline here. Just I think it's a given at this point. It's not going to be in the canon timeline. I don't. It's the prime timeline that they created. And down the road, that is where Romulus goes boom, and it's after this point that Picard happens. But this is also where the point where Spock and Nero get thrown back in time. They handle things and then create the Kelvin timeline, and of course Vulcan goes boom. But as we proceed down the line, what happens when you get to the point where Romulus is supposed to go boom? If it still goes boom, then Starfleet is a bunch of assholes because they got a 100-year head start now to take care of this thing. So Romulus should not be happening. But if it does, and if they also mention Vulcan going boom, then guess what? Then we got a muddle here because the way they got their little alternate timeline thing, you can't have both. Because if it does, then we got very, very big issues here. But the thing is, I wouldn't put it past these guys to actually do this and have both planets go wacky and just make a total hash of it. And the thing is, the screwy thing is if they had followed the basic rules of Star Trek time travel, it would totally undo everything, because what happened would be, yeah, okay, you got the thing, Romulus goes boom, they go back, the thing, but then if Starfleet does what it should be doing, they will prevent Romulus getting destroyed, thus negating Spock and Nero going thrown back. That would eliminate Vulcan being destroyed, and we go right back to the little prime timeline. But we can't have that now, can we? So basically, it's gonna be a big fat honking mess no matter what it does, because really, either they're ignoring their own thing, or it's going to be alternate timelines stacked on alternate timelines, and in which case nothing makes any sense, nothing has any point. But just stuff to keep lookout for of how they. Well, also considering the trouble that the show is in, and if it's true that the Kurtzman has been canned, then all of this could be totally irrelevant, and they'll just start over from scratch and just make Picard commandant of Starfleet Academy and do that show, and just forget all the time traveling crap nonsense and Romulus being destroyed, yada yada yada. But eventually, because they're too far in bed, the Picard show will come out at some point. It's just a question of when, because they got too much invested in it to back out now. Discovery, on the other hand, no one's committed a dime yet to a third season for me. It's all on paper. So there's a very good chance that season 3 will never actually happen, especially if Kurtzman is gone, because it's been pretty much a black hole as far as money goes. You've got, as far as mass licensing goes, you've got 2 models from Polar Lights out, and that's it. And that's after 2 seasons, and they're not big models. They're just 2 little desktop models. They snap together. All the other merchandise really has been very niche boutique stuff, like Eagle Moss and Anovos, which is like, it's high-end stuff that quantum mechanics is like a $300 phaser, doesn't do anything. But let's we'll see how this develops. But as it stands right now, it's like it's a mess. Because either one of these scenarios, it's just it's just ridiculous. That and then again, it goes back to the whole thing. They didn't think it through. They're just throwing stuff on the board. Yeah, this is good. It's good. And they don't even pay attention to their own canon. Never mind what they're doing to the established canon of the show. They're not even paying attention to their own stuff, and that really is totally inexcusable. If you're gonna, one thing if you're going to trash the established stuff, but when you're not even paying attention to their own, forget it. You have no integrity, no credibility as a storyteller. So, PayPal, Patreon down below. We will be back at you later.